Gentlemen and female gentlemen, we are here with the new Starfleet Academy. This is very exciting. Apparently, the show is pure torture, according to the Critical Drinker. We are doing an actual deep dive into the lore. All right, this is the lore channel here on Taku. We cover all the lore. Oh, God. So I actually like the Star Trek, the original one. All right, I'm not going to lie. I actually like this original Star Trek. I actually like the Next Generation Star Trek. And I do like how the Ferengi are obviously the Jews. That's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. However, ever since then, Star Trek was dog shit. I'm not going to lie. And it just keeps getting worse. So anyway, let's see if this is what this is all about. Bro, why are they fat? Why are they whamming? Why is she sitting like that? Oh, they're all fat women. They're all fat lesbians. All of them. It's an entire cast of fat lesbians in space. I would think that if Star Trek was truly in the future, they would have completely abolished lesbianism. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Oh man, that was the best Star Trek parody I've seen in years. Wait, what do you mean this is a real show?
No!
Oh my god! Ever watch something so hilariously, outlandishly crap that you actually have to do a double take just to make sure it's not some sophisticated trolling op? Well, such was the case with the first episode of Starfleet Academy, which I'm roughly 200% sure will be my first and only experience of this show.
Be good.
Oh my days. I knew it was going to be bad, but even I didn't expect it to be this bad. Dude, part of me even thought the trailers—
look at this visual slop, man.
Might be a clever little bait and switch, deliberately setting expectations lower than the Grand Canyon, only to pull off a sudden transition into serious, thoughtful, high-quality Star Trek adventure. Illogical! Illogical! Oh, drinker, you foolish optimist, you. Sometimes a spade really is just a spade, and sometimes a shitty Star Trek show really is just
look at the shit CGI everywhere! How did it get worse? How is it getting worse?
Shitty Star Trek show. And truly, they don't come much shittier than Starfleet Academy. The story is set like 1,000 years after the events of the original series, through a combination of contrived events from Star Trek Discovery that I absolutely don't have the time or the mental energy to talk about.
Never watched enough of it. I watched like one episode and that was it.
View though is that an event called the Burn disabled warp travel throughout the galaxy, causing the Federation to collapse and leaving individual planets and star systems to fend for themselves. And if this all sounds a bit like the Age of Strife from—
I was about to say that. That is literally the plot of 40K. And now you have little enclaves of people throughout the galaxy getting torn to shreds by Eldar. You're kidding me, man! This is the saddest thing I've ever seen, dude. What are we doing, bro? This is unbelievable. Like, Star Trek, you were supposed to be like the OG. You were the OG sci-fi thing, man. This is unbelievable.
Warhammer 40k, then congratulations. You now know just as much about writing as these fucking hacks.
Yeah.
Anyway, things are finally getting back on track now, and the Federation is starting to rebuild itself with Starfleet leading the way. Only now there's basically two versions of Starfleet. Starfleet Academy, that's all about peaceful exploration and diplomacy like in the old days, and the War College, which is— well, I think you can figure that out for yourself. Anyway, the show centers around main character Caleb, who's a moody, rebellious hunk with a dark past but a heart—
Dude, please, I'm dying. I'm dying. It's all tropes. It's all tropes. It's all tropes. There's not one white guy in the whole fucking movie. That's unbelievable.
Of gold, who brings trouble with him everywhere he goes, but man, the ladies can't resist. He got separated from his mother 15 years earlier—
Wait, dude, I thought the Starfleet guys were supposed to be like the best of the best of the best of the best. Like, they were supposed to be the elite of the elite, the greatest guys, all right? If you were even slightly bad in any way, they would not accept you to be part of Starfleet. Everyone wanted to be a Starfleet captain, all right? So they would not, like, accept these guys.
After they enlisted the help of Paul—
This is like a space marine in 40K that happens to just kind of be a mobster and a little bit lame and gay. And then they decide, you know what, we'll include him anyway into the Adeptus Astartes. That's not happening.
Matty to steal supplies.
This is like the most DEI Starfleet I've ever seen. Why is he bald? Why does he look like Dr. Robotnik?
And promptly got caught.
Wait, it's the only white guy. The only white guy in the entire Starfleet Academy is a bald retard criminal? Dude, I'm literally gonna shit.
Nice to see Tatiana Maslany getting out of her toll booth or wherever the fuck she's been for the past couple of years, because you won't be seeing her in Marvel movies again. Caleb is approached by Holly Hunter, who managed to fix her false teeth in place long enough to put his mum in prison 15 years earlier, with a sweet little offer. Join Starfleet Academy and she'll help him to find his mother again.
Why? Wait, literally, why do they need this guy?
Wait, what? You understand that Starfleet Academy is supposed to be reserved for the best of the best,
That's
right?
exactly what I was saying.
The officer class, the cut above, the kind of people who command starships when they graduate. Why the fuck would they accept a convicted criminal with a long history of escape attempts and violent behavior? And even if they did, surely he's just gonna bail the moment he finds his mother again, and all the time and resources put into training him would have been completely wasted.
This is so painful, man.
Ah, fuck it. Why am I even asking these questions? Stuff like this can be filed away neatly into the "we need the rest of the plot to happen" drawer. So the cadets are put aboard the USS Athena for the—
Dude, the whole cool part about Star Trek is all the details. All right, the details of the sci-fi is what made Star Trek good. The nuances is literally exactly what Star Trek was all about. This is unbelievable. This is the craziest Star Trek, Africa.
The trip back to Starfleet Academy on Earth to begin their training. Wait, what? I mean, I know it's kind of a waste of time to ask questions like this, but seriously, isn't this completely ass backwards? Aren't you supposed to do your training at Starfleet Academy, then graduate to starships so you can apply what you've learned in a practical environment?
Yo,
Why
she's
does
ugly.
the inside of the Athena look like an impossibly massive cruise ship instead of a starship?
Yeah, true. True. This looks like a casino.
Am I like taking crazy pills or something?
Don't ask questions.
Fuck it, it's Kurtzman Trek. This show is
Alright.
to logic and common sense what Kathleen Kennedy is to self-reflection and personal accountability. Either way, this is where we meet—
Star Trek Wakanda. Meet our crew of diverse female lesbians and one hunking, ethnically ambiguous criminal.
the rest of whatever passes for characters in this show. There's a body positive—
Dog! This is a nightmare, bro. This is crazy.
hologram with learning disabilities, a
Bro, look at that smile. Look at that retard smile. Bro! This is crazy. It's the new health governor of the UK. What are we doing, bro?
a body positive first officer.
Dude, they're all fat. They're all fat. They ran out of Ozempic, bro. Ever since Trump took Greenland, Denmark stopped funding Starfleet Academy with Ozempic. Oh my god, this is unbelievable.
Who tries to act hard by yelling at people a lot. A body—
Look at this image! This is unbelievable, bro. They got Somalis on staff for real. Oh my god. What have they done, bro?
positive science officer. Holy fuck, there's more congealed blubber in this show than a Reddit mods convention.
Dog, I'm not even gonna lie. The trans fats on that ship is diabolical. They've leered nothing.
There's a tough-talking, smart-ass girl boss because clearly Star Trek needs more of them.
Girls get it done.
That's right.
I love the moment where she easily breaks up a fist fight between two men twice her size.
This is unbelievable. This is crazy. No white guys.
Here's a little tip for
I've
you
noticed.
ladies. If two grown men are going at it, then putting yourself between them is a very quick and efficient way to get knocked the fuck out.
No, ladies. Anyone that actually thinks that they can learn real life lessons from fucking woke movies deserves whatever happens to them if they tried to stop a fist fight between two grown men.
Anyway, there's also an arrogant white guy from a privileged background who's there to
Let's
be
go.
arrogant and white. And a
I love how like this privileged
Anyway,
white
there's
guy.
also an arrogant white guy from a privileged
Yeah, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna say it.
background who's there to be arrogant and white, and a Klingon who's abandoned the warrior code to get in touch with his sensitive side because
Someone in my chat said they have gay Klingons. I thought you were kidding. I thought you were joking, man. Dog, bro. Guys, can someone get the Klingon his emotional support pony? He needs it immediately. He wasn't a part of the great warrior race. Bro, do you remember in Star Trek The Next Generation when Worf joined the crew and everyone was freaking out because, like, Klingons are brutal fucking savage people? We was kings and shit. What is happening?
he enjoys bird watching.
Oh! That's not real. He's joking. He likes birds?
not
No,
even-
he doesn't actually like birds. Chat's saying he likes birds. You're lying. Please! Please, you're lying!
making this stuff up. You know, I'm old enough to remember how much of a ruckus it caused when Worf showed up on the bridge of the Enterprise in TNG.
And everyone was glaring at him all racist and shit, because Klingons are violent, brutal people, and it was incredibly warranted racism. And the fact that he was able to still be a horribly dangerous fucking guy, it's what made him awesome. That's what made him a good character. Now they're just like, oh, I'm a Klingon, but also I'm gay.
Yeah, he was a Starfleet officer, but he was still very much a Klingon at heart, always wrestling with the violent impulses of his nature and his warrior upbringing. I don't know what the fuck this dude is supposed to be, but it's not a Klingon, that's for sure. So the gang set off on their first cruise, but oh no, they get ambushed by Paul Giamatti, and before you can say shitty contrived writing, the Athena's out of action quicker than a college girl at a drinking contest. He wants their warp core so he can sell it off.
Oh good! A white guy. Guys, we found the white guy. Look, man, you thought there weren't white men? Well, here he is. Another badger-looking motherfucker, bald retard. Yep.
For lots of money.
Every
I mean,
time.
the guy has access to programmable matter that could disable frontline starships in a matter of seconds, but yeah, sure, a warp core is definitely what he needs.
That doesn't make sense.
Also,
Don't
why
ask
does Holly
questions.
Hunter sit in her captain's chair like a fucking...
Because she's a girl boss, so she gets to sit however she wants. Not like the military. This is so frustrating. Like, there was, like, such a prestige in the old Star Trek, you know? Like, in the old Star Trek, when, you know, Captain Picard or whatever wasn't sitting in his chair, and he gave it to his number 2, his second in command, to sit in his chair instead to take command. Like, the moment he sat down in that chair, like, there's a prestige there, you know? There's a military aspect. Like, you have to be regimented. You can't, like... But they hate the military. Riker, yeah, that was his name. They hate regiment. They hate military. All right, this is woke bullshit land. All right? They don't believe in any of this. They believe in, no, actually, I have a mental illness that forces me to sit like a retard in a chair. Starfleet need Pete Hegseth immediately.
polio victim. Does she know that this is a starship
Dude, that's
bridge
crazy.
instead of a quaint coffee shop in Portland? Why is Paul Giamatti able to force her to sit down when he's a fucking hologram with no physical presence? Why does Holly Hunter use reading glasses when Retinax 5's been available for like 1,000 years by this point?
Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
The point is that Caleb does a bunch of technobabble bullshit to get the programmable matter off the hull, allowing them to bluff Paul Giamatti into abandoning his mission, even when it's completely obvious that they're lying to him, leading to possibly the most one-sided fight I've seen since Jake Paul convinced himself he could take on Anthony Joshua. A 25-year-old bodybuilder versus a tubby 58-year-old man. Guess who wins?
No
way!
But
then Paul Giamatti gets away in an escape pod because I guess these things aren't tracked by the ship that launched them.
Crazy,
and
dude.
everyone has a nice slow-mo scene where they smile at the camera and contemplate their
Bro, what the fuck is this? Star Trek, fake and gay.
impending career suicide, and that's it, the episode ends.
So the only white guy in this entire fucking thing was one bald, fat, retard, bad criminal? That was the only white guy? The rest is just fat lesbians and one rogue black dude who's kind of edgy and also a tech wizard? This is incredible.
Oh, Star Trek, my old friend, what have they done to you? You know, I remember when Star Trek was a serious show made by serious people with a passion for science and technology and a desire to broaden human horizons. How times have changed. After the indignities of Discovery, Picard, and Strange New Worlds, I honestly thought we'd seen an end of the brain-dead, cringe-inducing, hyper-identity politics-driven garbage wearing the Star Trek brand like a skin suit, but apparently not.
True.
Is this like some kind of humiliation ritual at this point? Do they hate their own franchise? I ask because I'm genuinely trying to come up with a plausible explanation for this utter bilge. The chirpy, quippy Joss Whedon dialogue that undercuts every moment with even a hint of drama, the body-positive officers whose only natural enemies are treadmills, the blandly amiable characters played by soft charisma vacuum actors who tick every diversity box possible, the soulless, empty sets that somehow manage to look garishly bright and depressingly dim at the same time. All of the tedious tropes of modern Star Trek are dialed up to 11 and shoved into this turd of a show.
Bro,
and
I
the
can't
question
believe they have a gay Klingon, man. I cannot believe it!
keep asking myself is, why? What are you hoping to achieve with this thing, Paramount? Who are you even trying to appeal to?
Dude, you don't understand. You don't understand. They take a big IP, they know they'll get views anyway, and that way they can put their agenda in it in order to pervert the world in their own image. Isn't that That's basically what it is, yeah.
I mean, it must be obvious even to you that this whole new Trek thing just isn't working, and it hasn't worked for like 5 years now. You're like a gambler that's lost everything and owes a small fortune to a loan shark that's got leg breakers on speed dial, convinced he can somehow turn it all around with one more spin of the wheel.
I disagree. I don't think that's a good example, because gambling ultimately is chance, and there's no chance this is gonna succeed. I think gambling would be better! Gambling would literally improve your odds than making more Down syndrome fucking retard lesbo orgies.
Well, you can't, and the viewing figures reflect that. The first episode was released for free on YouTube, and even then, it was beaten in live viewers by a plastic action figure sitting in a chair.
Oh my god.
That's my boy, Gary.
That's pretty
Shit,
bad.
man. Even now, it's only got like 100...
There's no way they released the whole first episode for free on YouTube and it only got 150,000 views. There is no way. Oh my god. That's unbelievable. I'm not gonna lie, that's unbelievable. I've never seen something like that before in my life. Dude! Bro, I get more views than that. I get more views than that. Do you see what I'm talking about? Bro, this is me reacting to Trump making fun of European retards, alright? And it has more views. Well, not yet, but it will. It will have more views. This is crazy. Holy shit.
50,000 views in 4 days. This video's gonna get more than
bad.
that in 4 hours. That's not just bad, that's fucking catastrophic. The comments section is pure gold though. So this is a little plea from me to you, Paramount. Do yourselves a favor and please just stop.
I thought he was going to say kill yourself, so that's better.
Stop making Star Trek shows. You're not helping anyone, and you're not going to make any money from them, that's for sure. You've already run the brand right into the ground and salted the earth, and now it is dead, Jim. It's dead in a way that no brand can ever hope to come back from. It's been a good run, but Star Trek is officially over. It's time to let it rest in peace. Anyway, that's
crazy.
all I've got for today.
That was absolutely crazy, dude. Oh my god. Just stop riding the coattails of successful franchises and make something new. God. Oh my god, please. Alright, well, that was today's lore dive. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.